Yo, what it do? I'm your homeboy, Ice Pick.
Hey, what's up, Ice Pick? Welcome
Nah,
to the show.
shit, bro. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, cuz, look. It's on everything. It's your boy, Ted.
That's all need to be said then.
It's on
One,
everything.
nigga.
It's
One,
on-
my nigga. What's going on with you, B?
Hey, man, B, what's the deal?
I don't even know these fools. Okay.
Hey, we sound like American. We sound like Malibu Most Wanted and shit.
You really did. Like no,
I was just trying to flex on him. I mean, you know, no, I'm just bullshit.
none of that.
How's everybody doing?
None of that. Hello, everyone. Welcome back, Urban Absurdity. We
How
are
come I ain't
here.
got no water though?
Damn, we ain't got no water.
Can I get a water though?
Y'all didn't get none.
Can we get some waters?
Y'all didn't get
Get some
none.
waters?
All right, I'm sorry, B. Go
Welcome,
ahead.
yes, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. Remember, if you want content from us all the time, just for it to ping whenever we come up, just hit the bell. Boop. I am Bionica.
My name is Cortez.
My name is Ice Pick. What y'all thought I was gonna be off that shit?
Hey, erase this nigga shit, man. Erase this nigga shit, man.
I'm OG Ron, man. Hey, check me out in your local neighborhood weed house. I'll be around there.
Yo,
This was Ice Pick taking over Ron. That's his cousin.
first thing first, shout out to B. I said you got you a new phone.
First thing.
Whoa,
Got
put
you a new
put the
phone?
reaction in there. She getting paid too well.
You done crossed over.
Okay. See,
Talk
I wasn't
about
even,
that.
This bullshit. I wasn't even.
Either
gonna,
be all the
First
way
of
about
all,
it.
I asked Tez to give me a phone.
You did ask me.
He did not.
Did you on
he,
T-Mobile?
He played me.
You on-
I'm with Sprint, so now, yeah.
Now you want
Like,
the
no,
details?
okay, let me tell you this. For people who are on Sprint, I walked into a T-Mobile store because they told me I would have to go in there, right?
Yep.
So I guess they had three types of migration. They had the migration where you can just automatically go over to T-Mobile right
Yep,
now.
yep.
Then they had the, you know this
I
shit.
know, we know,
Okay,
yeah.
so, but
I
they,
have
they
no
may
idea
not.
what a migration
They
is.
may not.
From Sprint to T-Mobile.
But they may not because I didn't, and I did all
Yeah.
this shit
Go
for
ahead,
nothing.
let 'em
So
know.
you have that where you go and they'll just switch you over just automatically, and then they have where you can stay with Sprint, which is what I chose. You can stay with Sprint, but you can get T-Mobile's towers.
Yep.
That's like the first one, and then the second one is when you switch over. Your T-Mobile. It's some other shit.
You can either switch your whole. You got to switch your whole plan over. So if you got family and family
okay, so
on
that's the
there.
last one. Yeah, so you have to switch absolutely everything
Yep,
over. So I'm still, I'm still holding on.
Yep.
So I didn't do that. I just wanted the towers.
Yep.
But yeah, it wasn't
But
my.
I'm talking about you switched over from
But what-
Android to iPhone.
Yes, it was given as a gift.
Oh.
My phone was given as a gift.
Oh,
So
we're gonna dig into that.
no, we're not.
A female is not about to let you dig into that.
No, when he say a gift, nigga, you know, like
Just
shit-
know that niggas don't get iPhones and shit. We
Hey,
do shit like
hey, when a girl tell you who bought it, it's usually somebody she ain't fucking with. She like, oh, my girlfriend bought it, my mama bought it, my cousin bought it, my best friend bought it. But when she say I got this as a gift, there's only two reasons she got it as a gift. A nigga bought her as a gift,
Yeah.
or the job bought it as a gift. And then when you
No,
ask,
she just said the job.
yeah, she didn't say the fucking job.
She got it from a nigga with no
She
title.
got it from a nigga with no fucking title.
That just because.
Shout out to you, titleless nigga. You can't even be mentioned on the show.
The niggas out here with no titles is the niggas that's winning.
Well, listen, I feel like this. I feel like I'm half and half. And
I was just joking. I don't know what
And
she got.
Yeah, me neither.
sometimes when you,
I don't want to put the nigga out there like that. I'm sorry.
Sometimes when you're around people, you start to learn from people. That's what's important. My English teacher told me three types of people. There's stupid people. People who make mistakes, keep making them. They're average people. People who make mistakes, learn from them. And then there's smart people who watch other people and then they learn from their mistakes. So what I like to do is watch other people. No, I'm joking. So listen. So coming from certain things, Ron is like, yes, you know my lady. I tell about my lady.
Yeah.
But he don't be like social media, picture, blah, 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 right?
Nah, that's not right.
Yeah.
So that's like half. That's like half.
Right.
This nigga like to tell a lot. so it's like, I'm out there. So I want to be like in the, I'll let you know.
Nigga
but
made up a whole routine to
It's a
get
need
out
to
of,
know
Yo,
basis.
hold on, she worked. She done went all the way around the
No, I
goddamn
didn't.
question.
I didn't, 'cause
to get us here. She done educated us and shit, and then
I
still. this
I
nigga
kind of
is-
felt what she went through.
No, I answered the question.
She got you, Ron.
No,
she fucking got you.
I'm just saying I'm used to this shit. That's why I be saying be honest.
No,
I don't mind them being honest.
I answered the, but I did. I answered the question. You said you ain't gonna tell us. You ain't gonna dig into this. I said no. Right. See, that's what happened, niggas.
Yeah, I mean, but we agreed. Me and Ron agreed that we didn't have to.
We know you. We know.
But I do like it. I will tell you this though. I'm telling you, I love Droid.
If a nigga buy you a phone though, right? Is he able to check the motherfucker?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Well, that's what happens when
titleless nigga watching like
that's
he just shut up.
That's what happens when you surround yourself with people who don't really feel like they need to.
But I'm saying, in I don't know the dude or nothing like that, so I'm just talking in general. If a nigga buy you a phone, is he able to check the shit?
No.
Should he be able to?
No.
Because it's a gift, right?
Yes.
It's like once it's out of my hand, it's a gift, right?
Yeah, it's like if you.
Man, if I buy a phone, all our activity already gonna be tracked on that motherfucker.
It's like,
right.
it's like you buy a.
Hey, he gave it to her, set up.
I got a clone in my pocket.
He was like, all right, my number's already in there. It's already set up. You don't have to worry about anything. She's like, oh, cool. I got my number on here and everything.
Well, see, I just got mine.
GPS set up, GPS alerts, everything.
I just got mine in the box wrapped up really tightly and fresh and new.
They don't need to get in there. It got a barcode on that motherfucker.
That is
fresh.
Shit.
I got in there fresh and new, and also I used to work for Sprint too, so I know.
Hey man, shout out to you and your new phone.
So the phone is cloned, is what you saying?
Yeah, I do like it. I feel like I'm not one of those people who be like iPhone against Droid, or I like Android.
Me too.
I guess
I can't cross over.
I guess it depends on what type of phone you have. Like, if it's like a rinky-dink phone, then okay, maybe not. But if it's like a Note, or it's like, first of all, I love the Note.
The Samsungs are the ones that compete with the iPhones.
Okay, yeah.
So everything else is like, ugh.
Yeah, it's like LG's cool. You know what I mean? But it's not. Cool. But yeah. So I like it. I don't understand why people argue about it, because I'm like, they're the same amount.
Yeah, that's the weirdest shit to me.
To me, that's odd when people be like, iPhone is it? Well, if I get a Note 20, like I'm paying that same amount of fucking money.
Like, and tell you the truth, the Samsungs are higher than iPhones now. So I don't understand the difference.
I don't.
Man, it's just a different level. Just like y'all like don't understand how people argue over certain shit. Like I don't understand like I'm old school. I don't even understand why people are so into phones. Like period. Like I just don't do phones. Like phone services and big carriers. Ooh, I'm a Sprint. Like whoever gonna give me a $40 bill, I'm that nigga. Yeah. I'm not buying no fucking phone that costs more than $100. I'm just not. I can't. I try to get myself to get into them. It's like I can't get into spending money on phones. I'm just not on the phone all the time.
And I see, and that's true too. So I think it depends on what you use it for and what type. Like I definitely use my phone for my job too, right? Mm-hmm. So I like to go in if I'm out or if I'm somewhere and I'm like, oh shoot, I get something, like I forgot to send a report. Yeah. I can go in, got Excel on my phone, make sure I log in my stuff. I can do my thing. Mm-hmm. Of course, I have to figure out how to do it that way because mine was set up to Google and everything else. Right. But I think if you use your phone for certain stuff like that, when you ask somebody like, what capability is this? It's because 9 times out of 10, that's normally what you're using it for. Like email, my total communication. I really don't use my laptop until I come here.
I mean, some people be working, but some people be having like 100 times the phone they need, and they only talking Facebook and text. Like they don't be doing shit. Well, then 90% of motherfuckers don't be doing shit. Well, then they just want the trendy phone.
I was gonna say, then that's the status thing. But I guess that's like we used to do when we used to like have to wear certain shoes and certain clothes and certain. Yeah. You know, I guess that's.
I've definitely been there.
So maybe that
shit wasn't $1,500 though.
but
goddamn Jordans wasn't that much.
But back then, I know back then, my mom used to be like, "How much them damn shoes?" Mm-hmm. Because we could go right down here and cop these bugs for like.
And see, that's the crazy part. We could barely even get the $100 thing we want. You got kids out here getting iPhones like $1,500, and parents is like, and not all parents can afford it to drop $15, but they gonna go get it. I know you love your kids, but it's like y'all gotta set some kind of example. Your kids gonna grow up doing the same shit, broke buying all type of material shit.
That part I do agree
Mama
with.
did that.
I wouldn't get my kid no expensive ass phone. I mean, that's just me. I would not get my kid, if I get you a phone, it's not going to be an expensive ass phone. Mm-hmm. I just think that shit is stupid. Like, you don't even know responsibility yet.
Exactly.
You don't even know responsibility
It ain't just the phone. I'm seeing people, like, I'll be putting up certain things on Facebook or social media. I'll see people comment like, and I don't know if they be bragging or like how they think, well, not only is my child, like if you make a joke about people buying shit, well, not only is my child getting that, but he will have the new PS5 and he will have the new Oculus for like $25. Then you go to their profile pics, they're in a trailer park or something. I'm like, dope.
I've seen that. I've seen it. I don't know. I do feel like sometimes we go overboard, and this is how I don't know. I wouldn't. I'm just LG it. He'll LG it some shit. He'll probably do a prepaid pack. You know when you get the phones and the shit automatically, you just type in the card number and then that's like, because that's all you need. You don't need.
Y'all remember you used to go and pay for 24 hours worth of phone service?
Hell yeah.
Like over on Prospect or something?
Whoa, wait a minute. I wasn't around there.
Bro, yes. I'm still that dude. Like, if I could still get that type of rate, I would still be that nigga. Like, I'll pay up until Thursday, nigga. Like, it just ain't serious to me.
I don't get it.
You know what, though? Working in the technology field, I see a lot of kids come in and get, new phones, and they cost a little bit. But you know what? I noticed the kids, like, as we were growing up and we was getting introduced to phones, like, it was new to us, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And the more we grew up, we was like, damn, how did we go from picking up the phone at the crib on the wireless joint to having a picture camera phone and Facebook and all this stuff just right there in our hands, as opposed to these kids, that's all they know.
That's all they know.
So it really is different. Like, these kids, they that's all they know is technology. Yeah. So getting them a phone, I don't know why people trip about it. Like, getting your kid a phone, it ain't. I don't know. It's like when we got our game system. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Like, you didn't fuck up your game system. You had some. You done fucked it up a little bit. By putting the wrong cartridge in and shit like that. But you didn't really fuck it up. Maybe a controller. But these kids nowadays, with the insurance and all this other shit, you fuck up your phone, you can get it fixed.
But listen, back in the day too, your insurance to replace your phone was $50 fucking bucks.
Yeah, but
I can pay you $50. Yeah. How much is insurance now on a new Samsung or a new?
It's $150. But you gotta look at it though. Like, the phones we used to have was used just to call motherfuckers. Yeah. Like, that was all we did with our phones. Like, nobody wasn't doing nothing with that shit, playing Snake and shit on there. But that's it. But now these phones, man, like you said, you can pick up your phone and actually do all your work from your phone. Yeah. Like, why wouldn't it be a lot of money?
But it would be a lot of money for an adult who needs it.
I was about to say, I get why it's a lot of money for you using it for those purposes.
For an adult who needs it. I don't.
Right now, there's like an 8-year-old walking around with that phone, like, don't even know what the fuck. I mean, don't get me wrong, not all kids are stupid. There's some geniuses out here that know more than me. Right. But I'm talking about for the most part. Your nephew going to want that. And, you know what I mean? He just wants to show it to his friends.
I promise you this. Get whatever age you was talking about, get that motherfucker in here and ask him how to work the phone. I promise you 100% that he going to show you everything that's going on with that phone.
But see,
they can work it, but as far as like job-related shit and all of that shit, like, bro, they just going to, basically for the most part, they're going to TikTok. They're going to do all of this shit. Like the business shit and all that shit. Like, that's the executive right there. An 8-year-old don't need the executive.
Right. Most kids is not gonna get that phone. Most kids gonna get an iPhone. Most kids gonna get an iPhone 12 or iPhone 12 mini, and that shit is normally priced at $800. Not trying to upsell nobody or nothing like that, but she got the $1,100 one. Like, of course she can't. You ain't gonna get your kid the $1,100 one.
That's who said. Now, if you get them the mini, what you can do? You ain't got work.
You get them the mini. What you do with the mini? Get them
$800 is still close. My mama wouldn't have went for that.
Yeah, but you know what?
We're like, nigga, that's still in the range. You ain't getting that one either.
You know what? Like, that's just because of how we think. You know what I mean? Like, when you work in the field and shit, like, $800 does seem like a lot. Yeah. But you can finance it now. You know what I mean? So, like, you can put it on there and it's like $30 a month. So it's not so bad.
But listen, I'm gonna tell you why it is bad, right? First of all, he gonna TikTok from an LG. He can do the same
he can do everything from LG.
But what I'm saying is too, what we don't think about, and that's us niggas. Us niggas do not think about that. Because why? Because we don't think about interest. We do not think about after I leased my last phone, after I leased this motherfucker, I said if I can't buy it straight out, which mathematically makes more sense, especially if you go to the point of where you like, I don't need this or
that's only with Sprint though. I want you to know that whole lease shit, that's only with Sprint. Everybody else, they don't charge no interest on your on leasing it.
Because they were, but at the same time,
they was fucking people up.
But at the same time too, I feel like this. I rather with anything, I rather get it straight out. Like I'm going to get because you think though, I'm paying so much amount of money for this opposed to like we don't know what's gonna happen in the next 6 months, right?
Of course.
So in the next 6 months, you paying an extra $40, $50, whatever, because of insurance, everything else for this phone, right?
Right.
And then your shit get fucked up. Life gets fucked up for whatever reason. And then you like, well, shit, if I wouldn't have did this, I wouldn't have this extra amount to pay. I mean, as far as just thinking about, if I got 4 lines on my shit or 3 lines on my shit and I'm paying all this fucking money for a phone bill.
Yeah. People gotta think about their budgets.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's my point.
If it fits your budget, good. If it doesn't, I wouldn't go overboard with nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not. So I just feel, for me, I'm like, you could get a phone as long as that mug work, as long as it work.
See, that's where I am with the shit. It's like, bro, once you get to the point to where you got too much going on,
Yeah.
like, bro, I got a car note.
Yeah.
I got 2 fucking mortgages. I got some shit going on.
Yeah.
You think I'm about to get in a contract over a fucking phone?
Nah,
That's how I think.
Yeah.
I'm not getting no fucking contract for a fucking phone because next fucking week I might decide to say, fuck that phone bill. But now all of a sudden you on my credit.
Right.
On my credit report.
Yeah.
Talking on the phone ain't enough for me to finance that shit.
And I get what you said. Since you do technology, you see that shit all the time.
But yeah, it's just like the laptops that we got. Like, it's just certain shit that we gonna spend money on that we not gonna spend money on. Ron.
Hey, did you just call me LeBron?
LeBron, right?
Nigga just called me LeBron. That's kind of dope.
Ron went out and bought this HP laptop, man. He probably paid. Did you pay with cash, Ron? You like your cash? He didn't write no check or nothing. He didn't nothing. Straight cash, right?
I don't use
Give me
card.
that shit.
But you do know, and Bionica can attest to this, if this shit wasn't for business, I would still be using my fucking laptop to where if I take the fucking power cord out, the laptop goes off.
Listen,
Damn.
I've had that laptop for like 8 years, so don't think I just be saying shit for fucking conversation purposes. I don't fuck around.
That laptop don't work without the.
No, these were brand new. Yeah, this been the one I use at home still.
The one he had for 2 years, I was telling him, like, just it's
I didn't know that.
It's
Bro,
the battery cord, and he like, yeah, that's cool. And then I go back and be like, so I found out where you can get the battery cord for cheap, and he's like, okay, and it still came back.
Still
like,
not want it.
I'm good.
So
So this
no.
motherfucker just don't come on, I'm not gonna worry about it. My phone over there, I told y'all the story. I went to pay my phone bill 2 weeks ago at a different, like 2 months ago at a different location I usually go. So it's like this younger girl in there. And I guess when they, like when your information pull up, they can see what phone you got. She like literally roasted me like, bro, we done had like 9 new models came out. Like, you don't want to upgrade your phone? I was like, how she know it's from this? I was like, oh shit, she see it. Cause I hadn't, you know what I mean? She always tuck it because I don't want to get talked about. Cause you know how y'all always, hey, let me see it. Nah, bro, this ain't what you need.
We don't mess with y'all. We don't mess with y'all, but we know now. We be like, it's Ron phone.
Right, it's Ron phone.
It's just real. Don't give a fuck how much money I got. I could be a millionaire. What I'm comfortable with is what I'm comfortable with. I don't need no more.
And everybody got certain things that they like and they're willing to spend certain money on.
Let's
Some people,
transition. Let's transition because we've been talking about buying shit, right?
Okay.
Talking about the gifts for Christmas.
Uh-oh.
Let's transition to Christmas because
Shit.
Christmas is coming up. How are we doing Christmas in your household? Are we gifting? Are we sitting our kids down? What are we doing? Because this year is weird to me. I'm gonna say this. This year is weird to me.
Having that talk with them.
Right.
Gotta sit down and listen.
This shit is weird to me because you can't take your kids to go see Santa Claus this year. So
Yeah.
it's kind of hard, or in some places I should say, it's kind of hard to take your kids to go do Santa Claus pictures. There's not a lot of stuff open for you to do.
Yeah.
Like, how are we celebrating Christmas this year? Me personally, I'm gonna be halfway celebrating it.
Like
when it
Thanksgiving?
comes. Well, I didn't celebrate Thanksgiving at all, but I'm a have. Don't try to play me on Thanksgiving, motherfucker. I didn't celebrate Thanksgiving
I
at all.
thought I'd throw it in there. Want to see if something else came out. Aha, nigga.
See, what you need to know, my sister, is that it's the same holiday. They just replaced the turkey
They are
with a
trying
ham.
to-
like people just lost their way. People just lost their way with Christmas.
So
Like,
you lost ass niggas.
It's the same thing, but they put up a tree and give you a ham.
Listen,
Right.
you was the last person I would think that would
I'm
be.
not even that person.
But it's okay.
It's this
okay.
year.
Okay.
It's this year. I'm not really this person, right?
okay.
But after this year that happened, it really just opened my eyes to a whole bunch of shit that we just blinded by, that we just walk right past and not give a fuck for.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like we were so big on, you know, the guy that passed away. Most of the people passed away, black people that passed away through violence or through police brutality and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
George Floyd was the big one for us, right?
Yeah.
And we went crazy, like, you know, like even if you didn't go down to march, you still stood in solidarity with everybody else, right?
Yeah.
It was just one of those things where you were just like, damn, you see black people finally looking at each other like, This man, we didn't know what he did or who he was, or we didn't know nothing. Only thing we know is that we watched that video and we was like, that's cousin, that's our cousin, that's our uncle, that's somebody, right? This is how they've been treating us for years. Like, it is obviously a disconnect, though, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a disconnect. And then we get into the holiday season and celebrations, and then we just not divided no more. Like, we just all fucking one. Like, we're not seeing that. Like, some shit that we should not stand with, you know what I mean? And I think some of the stuff is like Thanksgiving. Like, Thanksgiving is a fucking murderous ass holiday that we just celebrate like Thanksgiving. No matter how you celebrate it, you took time off that day and celebrated it, right? Yeah. And I think Christmas, we done missed the whole point of Christmas now, to where we actually think Christmas is all about the lights and the flashing and the gifts and the celebration and the movies and the songs and the cartoons. We just think all of this shit is what it is, and nobody ever just pays attention to the fucking name. Yeah, it got Christ in the name, and nobody teaches that the kids is about Christ. You don't hear a lot of the Christ on TV. Yeah. You don't see a lot of Christ going on. People don't go to church on Christmas no more.
They've literally X'd the Christ out. That's why they put the X in there.
Yeah, exactly. They just put the Christ out of there, right?
But why do you think that is? I mean, it's just like anything else. So growing up back in the day, I know I was taught about Black history in my elementary school. Yeah, I was taught about it. They don't really do it anymore. Like, if they do some. And what were we forced to do? You have to teach them yourself. Exactly. You can't depend on a school to do it. You can't depend on a commercial to do it. You can't do it. So I feel like that could be one of those things. Now, what you choose to do in your home, if you do or if you don't, that's your thing. Yeah. That is your thing. But should you? Sometimes you cannot rely on society to do certain things that you are going to automatically have to do. If this year has not taught us anything, it should have definitely taught us that. Yeah. With teaching our children or working from home. I know I had to put together my own fucking computer and set that shit up in an hour and get back to work. So if that did not teach us that there are certain things that you cannot depend on other people to do, because let's just be honest, society has always been geared towards what they want us to do, what they want us to believe. It's never been, we're teaching you everything you need to know. Like, it's never been that. So it's just now more so you do have to teach your kids in the home.
But that's what I was bringing up at first. Like, what are you doing in your home to make sure you celebrate Christmas in the right way? So I was just giving my example. Okay, like, I'm not going to be party.
Well, for the sake of, so for me, I feel like my kid is at the age of being super spoiled, right? Mm-hmm. And not understanding and that's the same with the phone. I want you to understand. I don't want to just give you things. Right. And you think this is what it is. I want you to understand, like, one, the reason you give, why, like, everything. And not just me. You think about others too. So for us, for me and him, I don't know how that's going to go. They haven't gotten back to me yet. But just to go down to the shelters and give away clothes and give away shoes and do the whole food drive things, because I want him to see, like, everybody, this isn't for, like, everybody doesn't get to enjoy or do things that you get to do. And it's important for you to give back, not just for you to think that I'm supposed to get something, or it's important for me to get something.
It's about when you don't get what you want, or
right, when you don't get what you want. So we're in that stage of that. So we're still going to get together. Like, it's not going to be many of us because, like I said, I'm still, COVID, trying to watch out for that. Yeah. But I did tell my family who's coming over, if they have to quarantine for at least a week and a half before they come over to my house, because my mother's going to be there. So if not, then we'll just go ahead. We pull names, all kind of stuff. Because for us, we had a tragedy happen earlier this year. And it's just turned my whole family around. Right. So I'm usually the cheery one, so it's like it's been passed on to me to have to be the one to keep everybody together and keep everybody sane. Yeah. We didn't for Thanksgiving, and I saw how that turned out. So I'm like, it's also a mental thing for a lot of families. Like, mentally, I don't give a fuck what you putting on Facebook. Mentally, you may not be doing all that great.
Of course.
You may not. So it's not just about being commercial. It's about, I need to see these people, or I want a hug, like a real hug. I need because you never know what somebody is going through. So giving back, of course, is a part of everything. being grateful for what we have, for what God has blessed us with. And I'm not just saying it to either as far as just Christian, because I'm not one of those type of people to be like, you're a Muslim or you're this or you're that. And I don't bash anybody for it, because whatever your soul and your spirit tells you to believe in, to me, I feel like, who am I to tell you not to do that?
Right.
I'm just a mere mortal. I can't, I just know what I believe and what I feel. So that's just, and that's a good thing too. Just be fucking nice. That is so simple. Be fucking nice.
It's hard
to
for a
people.
lot of people.
It is hard for a lot of people. Be nice or try to be understanding to people. And that's simple. So that's my Christmas. Sorry for being long.
Ron, where you at with it?
Man, one of the things I'm proud to see my sisters do this year is, because I got 9 nieces and nephews and no kids, but they got us all doing the grab bag thing. So everybody across the board, even the kids, they know, like, we getting $20, $25 gifts.
Okay.
Which is good.
Yep.
But I got a big influence on my nieces and nephews, and one of the things, if I did have kids, Christmas would be with a lesson. Like, my niece learned a lesson like in the last couple of days. Like, Christmas is not, since I'm the uncle, I can't go against whatever the
parents say.
But but my precedent is gonna be set. It's basically like, I'm not really big on Christmas. Like, I tell people, be shocked. Like, me and Tasha don't buy each other Christmas gifts.
Right.
We might go on a trip. Like, this year, 3 days after Christmas, we're gonna be in the sand.
Out of here.
Give a fuck about a Christmas gift.
Right.
Fuck, I need a gift for.
Yeah,
but the emphasis with the kids though, it's like my niece, she likes to sew. She wants to be a designer, makes everything. And when I went over there, because I saw, like, I've been busy, of course, getting the show up. Mm-hmm. When I went over there and checked out her workstation and stuff, like, her sewing machine had broke. Mm-hmm. So, shit, I went out and bought her a Singer, like, big, nice washing machine, sewing kit. Washing machine.
I was say, damn.
Big, nice sewing machine, sewing kit, cost almost $100. I probably spent like $300. The lesson in that, and I told her yesterday, too, because I'm all about my lessons. She already knows. He coming over here with gifts, but you're going to have to listen to this nigga.
You're right.
This is what's important. This is what I feel is important for you. If you doing something you motivated for, I'm all for you. But don't just think because it's Christmas time, all of a sudden I'm going to go like above and beyond. I give gifts as needed. Christmas ain't just like, you know what I mean? It's not just in me. I don't believe in Christmas like that. I look at it different. Yeah. And I think kids should look at it like that too. But like, women go against your words. Tasha's been shopping the last 2 days. She's shopping now. So she's going against what I want to do, like women usually do. So she's buying them all gifts because they uncles mean.
Right. Tasha look like she do some shit like that.
Yeah,
Tasha like, don't worry about it. I'm going to still get y'all the gifts.
I know.
It's like tons of shit, like, dude, and I can't get mad because these is my people, and this woman that I'm with, like, care about them. But it's like, when I walk in, it's like, hella shit. I'm not going to touch none of this shit. I ain't going to look at it.
Right, just fuck all this shit. Yeah.
That's how she is. That's her spirit. Like, and I don't make her have, like, my views. Like, why try to spoil you to be like me?
Yeah.
But we work because I ain't going to try to keep you from being nice.
Yeah.
And if you get too mean, I'll say something to you, but this is how we keep it. So that's how it works.
I'm definitely like that, man. I don't know if I'm buying any gifts. I usually give my kids money this time. I just throw the money at them and call it a day. Because they don't understand gifts. They don't understand gifts because they kids. So they think $150 really go fucking far.
Yeah.
Because they ask for shit like, oh, I want the Jordans. Jordan's $200. Like,
so that's the only gift they want?
Nah, they want more than that. So if I give you $150, then you can choose where the fuck you want. And my daughter does it every year. I give her $150, and I be like, you want to go get your Jordans? I'm not spending all my money on one thing.
I was just about to say, that's good. That's dope.
I'm like, that's why I don't buy you nothing, because you want me to go out and buy you the Michael Kors or the shoes. What the shoes called? The one with the fur on the inside, the Uggs and shit.
Oh my
Uggs
God.
$180, bro. Like, you want me to spend $180 plus tax for you to wear these shoes a few times out the year, and then for you to tell me, but when I give you the money, I'm like, what you do with your money? And she be like, oh, well, I bought a couple of outfits. I done did this, I done did that.
That's smart.
Now that $150 looked like it went further than what it did.
Than what it would have.
I'm not about to go. I'm not about to. I don't got it like that. I ain't gonna lie.
No, that's a good approach.
I don't have. I can't go out and just buy you a PS5, or I can't go out and buy you all of that shit for all of my kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I can give you $150, and you can make that shit work.
That makes sense.
Fuck all that.
That does.
And then Christmas.
You do.
And then Christmas. Sometimes
I never thought Cortez would come up with something like that. That's dope.
That is.
I always do my kids.
It's something
like
simple that you don't think about, but it is different. Like, if you give them the money in their hand, they look at that shit different. You ain't earned it or nothing, but just because you have it and you can keep it and do whatever you want with it, would you buy
Right.
that same shit that you asking me to do?
And then my stepson, this nigga, he don't need for nothing. He don't really even care about shit. He just asks for a little random shit. He'd be like, can I have $30 for this game? Nigga, sure can. That's all you need is 30? You sure you don't want another game?
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna give you 60.
I'm giving you $60.
Get to.
My daughter, shit. Daddy, these are the new Jordans that come out on October 23rd. Can you buy me these? No. I can buy you the $50 pair of shoes. You gotta talk to her. I can buy you the $50 Vans. You want some Vans? Nobody wear Vans no more. Well, shit, what you want? You want some Swisses? Some K-Swisses?
You got to be a trendsetter.
I'm not about to
You gotta be a
$200. Then her mama got her thinking like that she can just ask dad for $200.
Man.
Go ask your daddy, because I know he'll give it to you. And then I don't give it to her. Her mama give her the Jordans anyway. You know, I used to get mad about that shit. I used to be like, why the fuck would you go against me? She don't need that type of shoes. Then I realized, that ain't my fucking money. Like, we not together. If you want to do $1,000, go fucking ahead, because I'm never gonna buy the Jordans.
Fuck what you do. I know what I'm not.
And
doing.
my daughter knows. She'd be like, can you just give me $50 this week and then $50 next month? Sure can.
That makes
That ain't professional, bro.
I give you that $50 next month. You save your own damn money.
You know what that does? That I guess that makes sense for older kids. Because right now,
Yeah, they older.
yeah, that makes sense for older kids. Because right now, I don't have to. I can still get little stuff.
Yeah, of
Like
course.
I can still get little. I could go in and get a.
He must
I
not be
went
on
to-
TikTok a lot.
No, and and that's why. But he does get on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube's just
He
as
gets-
bad.
Oh shit.
He gets on YouTube and watch
Just as bad.
other kids play games.
Open? Do they open? Do you watch? You got the gift opening block, huh? The toys reviews.
No,
and shit?
I don't.
He watched toy reviews.
He watched different ones, and I'll tell you this too. One thing about my kid, he's like me. Like when I grew up, I had like imagination. When I tell you, I didn't want to really play with other people. I wasn't like into none of that shit. Like we had Segas and shit like that because my brother.
Mm-hmm.
But I played with that sometimes. But really, I didn't want none of that shit. Like
It's
my
not a
mama.
girl thing.
I'm telling you, my son is just like that. Like I can go. We went to Target, right, and it was this big. It was like a dinosaur from the Jurassic whatever it is. It's on Netflix.
Right. Yeah.
So this thing is huge, and it was $50, right? So since it was $50, I'm like, I'm not getting that. So he's like, okay, whatever. You know, he kind of did a little, but then he was like, okay. We went to the next aisle. It was this little ass, like this little ass dinosaur, right? That one was $4.99.
That's it.
I swear to God.
$4.99.
$4.99. When
not
I
bad.
tell you, dude got excited like he got that big one.
Really?
He was in the car. I said,
We apologize for the video being cut short on this episode of Urban Absurdity with OG Ron, Bionica Brown, and Cortez Carter. We do appreciate you guys. Continue to subscribe, like, share, comment down below. Continue to tune in for more content. Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Merry Christmas, all the stuff that everybody's supposed to say. Festus. You call it whatever you want to. Your baby mama, your baby daddy. Listen here. We appreciate y'all. We're going to catch y'all later. Holla.